Just I want to mention that during this environment, many multinational companies, the big companies, they have this China plus one strategy to move some supply chain out of China. But now it seems anything but China. Even China plus one changed to some more mindset that anything but China. How about the companies as Apple? They still have large labor force, large production line in China. So for those kind of multinationals, will they still keep the supply chain heavily in China?
So I actually think Apple is a useful and instructive example. Most valuable, I think, U.S. company. Until very recently, they didn't actually have a China plus one strategy. They had a China plus Ireland strategy. China for production, Ireland for tax avoidance. Now they have a China, a little bit of India as a tiny tariff hedge, a little bit of let's buy some stuff from TSMC in Arizona as a Taiwan Straits hedge, because to be fair, they were very reliant on TSMC for their chips. So they were kind of China for production, Taiwan for semiconductors, Ireland for tax, US and Europe for sales. They've actually were the one company that almost got out entirely from the first Trump tariffs. Phones were excluded. So they are now the company that is going to pay the most of the 20% new tariff. They can, to a degree, meet European demand from China and American demand from India. But I think it's unclear if they can fully meet American demand from India. And they are very vulnerable if Europe ends up, and they probably won't, following the US, because they don't have enough production outside of China. And if you look at the details of Apple's supply chain, setting the chips aside, or actually setting the high-end chips aside, they're actually becoming more reliant on Chinese suppliers, and their Indian assembly operations rely heavily on US parts. So they do face some profound choices.